monsters, both misunderstood, fueled by radiation, motivated on strong emotions, and roams with pure power. The Incredible Hulk and Godzilla, one of Earth's mightiest heroes versus the king of monsters. If you were forced to piss one of these guys off, who would you rather make angry, Hulk or Godzilla? It's a tough question, sure, but the answer to that question could adjacently answer the topic of today's Rewind Rumble. Millions of years ago, since the prehistoric ages, lived an innocent creature that lay dormant in the depths of the ocean. Fast forward to the late 20th century, numerous hydrogen bombs were fired and tested within the Pacific. This led to the mutation and the awakening of the king of monsters himself, Godzilla. Godzilla became the living embodiment of a nuclear nightmare. Speaking of nightmares, Dr. Bruce Banner feels like he constantly lives in one. This is due to the fact that he shares a body with an angry beast. Ironically though, Bruce is one of the calmest people you can ever come across. As a scientist, he knows plenty about biochemistry and how chemical imbalances in the brain works. He spends time working on his anger management and has nearly mastered the art of controlling his emotions. Keep in mind I said nearly. Thanks to a freak accident with gamma radiation, if you're dumb enough to piss him off, you will be sorry, or dead. Unless you have a mother named Rebecca. Oh wait, that only works for Marthas. Never mind. Getting back on track, it's not like either Hulk or Godzilla enjoys being angry. In all honesty, they would much rather be left alone. The sad thing is though, sometimes in order to get the human race to leave Godzilla alone, he'd instinctively invade many cities. Wherever he walked, he took on entire armies, monsters, and weaponry. This gave him the coined nickname, King of Monsters. Now Godzilla is not a bad guy. He only does this out of self-defense and protection. In fact, if the planet is threatened by an outside threat, Godzilla will be more than willing to protect his home and even defend the human race from extraterrestrial threats. Hulk pretty much walks a similar path. He has been both a threat and a protector to modern society, battling armies and fighting alongside them. Deep down, these guys are good, but when their emotions get the best of them, they will become wildly unpredictable. Godzilla's signature attack is his distinctive atomic breath. Not much can survive a blast from this breath. He can generate and manipulate radiation and use it as a blasted projectile. The atomic breath is great for aiming at one specific target. However, if Godzilla wants to attack enemies at all corners, he can use his nuclear pulse. His nuclear pulse sends off deadly nuclear energies in all directions. A single pulse can easily wipe out an entire city. Hulk himself is regarded as the living embodiment of rage and anger. Hulk is strong enough to bend and break pure adamantium, crack planets, went toe-to-toe with Thor, was fast enough to catch long-range ballistic missiles, and can jump thousands of feet in the air. He also has an impressive healing factor. While on the topic of healing factors though, Godzilla is near impossible to put down. Godzilla has special G cells and a really impressive healing factor himself. If Godzilla is sliced or blown to bits, he can come back from a single cell and regenerate, and breaking him down to begin with is no easy task. This dude can easily survive black holes. So yeah, we get it, both of these characters seem unbeatable, and while for most opponents this holds true, there are situations where both Hulk and Godzilla has lost before, and while it wasn't a permanent defeat, Godzilla was taken out down to a single organ from a weapon known as the Oxygen Destroyer. The micro-oxygen particles and impulse blast rate was powerful enough to destroy pretty much every part of Godzilla's body, minus his heart. The best way to beat Hulk is to play mind games with him. He acts purely out of rage and doesn't think much during his battles. If you can manage to calm him down or trigger inner emotions such as love, empathy, relaxation, sorrow, or even confusion, his power can go down just as fast as it could go up. Now, it is also possible to beat Hulk back into his human form with physical force alone, but this is the hardest way to do it. And then of course there are medical antidotes that can do this trick as well. So when it's all said and done, who would you rather piss off? Well, we're about to find out. Let's do the human race a favor and keep this battle far away from populated zones. A desert would make perfect sense. Let's now do the research team a favor and knock off preparation. It's not like Godzilla's going to study gamma radiation antidotes anyway. So once that circumstance bar has finally loaded, it's time to Rewind Rumble. If you enjoyed that animation, then special thanks to Team Animation Rewind's El Cheatham and YT. I'd also like to quickly shout out the Pigeon Return Studios and BTL Video Productions for providing notes throughout the years on both characters. 3D animation is extremely expensive and hard to pull off, so if you want to go above and beyond in supporting our team, the best way to do it is either Patreon or the free Animation Rewind apps, which you can download with the links below. Thanks, and enjoy the post-analysis. The winner is Godzilla. Statistically, this is really close. Godzilla wins due to better regeneration, but we'll get to that in a bit. For now, let's talk about just how close this is. When it comes to speed, Hulk does have a considerable edge in travel speed, being fast enough to tag Miss Marvel. Now, Godzilla isn't slow. We've seen him leap over 6,000 feet in roughly 2 seconds, and for reaction speed, they both have numerous massively hypersonic speed feats. Both include dodging and or blocking lightning. Yes, Hulk is far faster when it comes to traveling, but in this case it might not matter since Godzilla has plenty of range attacks that are similar to such speeds. This includes his atomic breath, red spiral, nuclear pulse, and seismic waves he can form from stomping. For power and durability, they both have a number of black hole related feats. Hulk had the power to support the weight of a star, though after supporting it he reverted back to Bruce Banner. Godzilla outblasted an artificial black hole and destroyed the entire planet once just from his atomic breath alone. The atomic breath isn't even his strongest attack. Hulk has a slight strength edge. They both have been seen lifting mountains, but we've seen Hulk crack planets from his punches. Godzilla has only caused earthquakes from pure striking strength. He has busted way better things like planets and black holes, but those were products of power feats, not strength feats. As for intelligence, sure, Bruce Banner could be argued as smarter than Godzilla, but the Hulk himself acts more so out of emotions and blind rages. It's a tough call on if Godzilla's animalistic instinct is smarter than Hulk's blind rages, but it wouldn't even matter due to Godzilla's experience edge. Godzilla's EXP level wipes the floor with Hulk. Godzilla has been around for millions of years. Hulk has only seen a few decades worth of combat experience. Okay, so if this was it, if this was everything we could put on the table, you could actually make arguments that Hulk would be the winner of this, considering his travel speed edge. But there is one X factor in this entire thing that Hulk would have no answer for, and that's regeneration. Both characters respectively have impressive regeneration feats, but Godzilla's is second to none. Hulk has reverted back to Bruce far more times than Godzilla has lost every single one of his cells. Some of best Hulk's regen feats include regenerating his skin and portions of his flesh in a few minutes, but Hulk has never came close to regenerating his entire body from a single organ. Now of course there are rare instances when he came back from the dead, but these included either outside help, special magic, or some type of whacked up circumstance that just wouldn't apply if he was all on his own against Godzilla. In order for Hulk to beat Godzilla, he would need to find a way to destroy all of his G cells at once. Godzilla would probably have to do the same to Hulk. He would probably have to destroy all of Hulk's cells, and that's me being nice to Hulk, assuming he could regenerate from one cell back to a full human. Hulk doesn't have a red spiraled style attack that sends a constant wave of energy towards its targets. Hulk's punches can break down Godzilla in portions, but not all at once. If Hulk was like Goku and had a Kamehameha type move that offers a long-term stream style beam, then maybe he could fry Godzilla. Hulk could throw gamma waves or thunderclaps, but those come in clusters, not streams. If Godzilla manages to pin Hulk or entrap him in his mouth, he could then blast all of Hulk's cells away with his atomic breath or red spiral, even his nuclear pulse. And Godzilla should be powerful enough to do this, considering a star level beam sent Hulk back to his Bruce Banner form, and Godzilla has outblasted black holes, making the winner of this Rumble, Godzilla. Now, what if we gave Bruce Banner the ability to be useful as a scientist in this match? With preparation, we would be able to do that. Hulk could also gear up with Asgardian armor, like during the times he battled Thor, or Bruce himself just might be able to build something similar to the Oxygen Destroyer. The only way to find out the answer to these questions is to like this video. If this video gets 3,000 likes, such a rematch with preparation would be put into production, and we will factor all of these possibilities. Also, don't forget to comment down your own ideas, don't forget to download the free Animation Rewind apps, and stay tuned as the next fighters are going to be revealed on the next episode of Rewind Rumble.